Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our coverage of the ladies pairs semi-finals from Musgrave Hill Bowls Club in the Queensland State Championships. This live streaming is brought to you by Bowls Gold Coast-Tweed media team, Experience Gold Coast, and the Queensland Government. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Identified Services, Cleaning Maintenance Management, who are our sponsors of this event. Identified Services is the major sponsor of Bowls Queensland State Championship Women's and Men's Open and over 60 pairs. We'd like to thank them for their support. Identified Services deliver commercial cleaning services, waterproofing and protective coating services, and labour hire and recruitment. If you need any of those things, Identified Services are the people to see. We'd like to thank the host club here at Musgrave Hills Bowls Club for making their facilities available for these 2024 state championships, and thanks also to the many other venues that are being used. We'd also like to thank the umpires, greenkeepers, bar staff, bistro staff, and all the volunteers for their support of this event. Bowls Queensland is proudly sponsored and supported by Mullins, More Than Law, Queensland State Government, BCIB Insurance Brokers, ACET Sport, J. Carroll Club Promotions, and Bioscapes Group. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, first up today we have the women's pairs semi-final between Pauline Laverty and Lorraine Callaghan, playing Emma Spicer and Wendy Wilson. My name's Adam Taylor, and I'll be joined shortly by Christine Pavlov to help out in the commentary booth. Today's event is 21 ends with no time limit, and dead ends are dead ends and will be replayed. So, a traditional 2-2-2-2 pairs event, and we're sure to see some good bowls with the quality that's come through here into the semi-finals. On the adjacent rink in the other women's semi-final today, we have Chloe Stewart and Caitlin Inch playing Marie Gibbs and Tracy Foster. And in the men's semi-finals, also taking place this morning, we have Jacob and Kane Nelson playing Sean Ingham and Sean Baker, and Adam Moody and Darren Clinkett versus Dale McWhinney Shillington and Dean McWhinney. All four matches should be very good. We also, on the other green, have the semi-finals of the women's over 60s pairs and the men's over 60s pairs, and we'll try and keep you updated with scores as they come. I've got a beautiful sunny day here on the Gold Coast today. The wind is just a very light easterly at the moment and should not affect play in any way. So we've got Wendy Wilson on the mat now from the Northern Suburbs Bowls Club, just on the north side of Brisbane. Playing the wide backhand. And a pretty good first up bowl from Wendy. We've had no rain overnight, so the greens are a little dewy and they will dry out as we go along this morning. And by this afternoon they should be running up to like 15.5 seconds, I would suggest. Wendy just ducking under a little there. Lorraine coming in on her backhand. And just running into the traffic at the front. Okay, yes, you can see we've got some of the. You can see some of the men's semi-finals are getting underway in the background. The two Seans versus the two Nelsons will be an absolute ripper. And Adam Moody and Darren Clinkett got up on the last end to defeat Benny Walsh and Barry Lester late yesterday evening. Okay. This is going to be the shot bowl. Terrific start. Now Pauline, left-hander, playing her forehand on the wide hand. Probably trying to sit that bowl out. She does have a bowl behind the head. Nice positive weight. And she now has a good second shot. Okay, Emma Spicer. Nice drawing weight. Beautiful bowl. And it's finished in a very good position. Pauline Laverty playing her forehand again on the open side. Looks like she's playing pretty good weight, but she might be a little tight on that line.
Until Chrissy arrives.
G'day, Robbie. Good morning.
It's another bonny day here in Club Musgrave.
Absolutely.
See a little bit of cloud on the horizon, way down to the east there. Other than that, it's going to be a real good day.
I think so. We should have quite a few get in here today with the quality of players we have on the green.
Yes, looking forward to a good crowd. I know there's going to be a lot of support for a lot of these players from the locals. I'm picking that they're going to come and keep an eye on the two Seans,
yes.
Especially one of them's from this club, and of course Nugget, he was from this club at one stage. So.
Absolutely. Now, Wendy's just come in on the other hand, they're a little short, and Lorraine's now playing her forehand, looking to reach to the shot bowl, a little wide, but looks to be only 1 to Wendy at the moment as she comes in with her final bowl at the end.
Yeah, playing that forehand, she just looks a little bit wide on that. That is a little bit tighter hand that side. It will bend in nicely, but you just got to find that line.
Okay, can Lorraine... This looks like a pretty good line.
Yes, that's where they come from.
Yes.
They should swing in just at the end there.
Steering it down, fine effort.
Just a little bit wide.
Yeah. So
good weight.
Just the one shot to the pair of Emma Spicer and Wendy Wilson to start the match. And Robbie, I believe you're playing in the pairs, in the singles tomorrow?
Yes, yeah, Adam. I'm at Banoa tomorrow, having a crack at it.
Yes.
Just something different. Gets me on the green instead of behind one of these screens.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing. I'm down at Robina tomorrow.
Beautiful greens there.
Yes, believe so. I haven't been down there for a year or so, but I believe the greens are very good.
Yeah, Jock's done a wonderful job down there. The whole club is going ahead leaps and bounds since Helensvale have become their sister club or their sort of parent club.
Yes.
It's really come on leaps and bounds. It's great. Good to see.
It's only going to strengthen bowls in that part of the coast as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, we've got Emma coming down on her backhand. For those that have watched a few games of the state championships at Musgrave Hill, you'll see that the TV rink here is in somewhat from the ditch. So the hand closest to the clubhouse that Emma just played will probably swing a little more than what we've seen in previous days.
This rink tomorrow will be back to the peg area where 2 lines across. It'll be there tomorrow for the singles, and then we'll be on this line here for the next 2 days of the singles.
Okay. Great starter there from Pauline. Emma playing good weight again. Just running through a little bit. We'll just sit on the back 2 feet from the ditch. Opportunity here for Pauline to put a good second shot in.
Pauline looks to be on a good line again. They come in beautifully on that hand.
Yes, another very good bowl. It was great to have Ryan Bester in here yesterday, and he's saying that's his favourite hand on that rink, coming back up south to north on that open side.
Yes, it's a fairer or probably kinder hand, I suppose. You know it's always going to bend in. And with a bit of wind, generally the wind will be coming that southeaster direction, so it will help bring it in as well. So let the wind be your friend instead of your enemy.
Yes, that's a lot of bowlers like to go the narrow hand, but if you're going the wide hand with the wind helping, you can bring it in, you know what it's going to do. Wendy a little light on here, just cutting the line fractionally, but just a couple of feet of weight. Lorraine 2, perhaps a little tight, but she's holding a line and her weight is very good. So 3 shots at this stage. Wendy needs to get one in here. A lot more grass this time from Wendy Wilson. Just a little more weight than she would have liked, but in a good home back there. Lorraine thinks she's underdone this with grass, and she's correct.
It's pretty difficult for them out there at the moment, Adam, too, with that shadow coming into the head area. The jack and especially a few of those bowls that they're looking at for their depth perception is in the shade, so it does make it a little bit more trickier for them. That should clear off from there in the next hour or so. That shadow should be completely gone on the green there. But it does make it hard looking into shadows.
Yeah. Just another one of the adjustments we have to make with outdoor lawn bowls. We've got shadows and wind and green moisture.
Yep, and little idiosyncrasies of rinks, whereas in carpet, as you say, it's constant light generally all the time.
Yes.
This is a good challenge, this.
Okay, Pauline coming with another good bowl there. Their head's setting up quite well here. Important that Emma gets one in the head here.
Yeah, that's a very good handy bowl there, covering those 3. Okay, it looks as if it's on a good line, this one, Adam.
Yeah, Emma's put this one down a little better.
Wendy's keen on it.
And just running through. Pauline left-hander coming her backhand. Looks to be fairly direct weight, maybe looking to sit Emma's bowl. Ducking a little, might catch the jack. Just missing. Again.
Very good effort.
In a good home.
Yes, they're in a catching area there. A little trail of the jack would certainly be beneficial for them. Okay, I notice on the other games, the two Shawns and against the Nelson brothers, they're on to their third end already. They are certainly racing away and not wasting time.
And one shot apiece. It's likely to be pretty close all the way through there.
It's going to be a very good game.
Okay, Wendy just a little short again on this one.
Okay, see what Texas can do here.
Very good bowl. They look to be sitting 2 at the moment. Wendy will be just trying to draw around that front bowl. She appears to have better grass.
It all depends on the speed of it now. Yeah. It looks to be a little bit light.
A little light on again. So an opportunity here for Lorraine to draw a third shot. Fairly good line once more. And oh, she didn't really need that movement of the jack, and they only have one now, so 1 all after 2 ends. It was a bit unfortunate. It was just a tiny little bit overweight, but that's all you need. But a solid start from both teams, 1 all after 2 ends.
Okay, we'll see what they're going to do with the jack distance now, whether they're going to keep it 3/4 or if they're going to start sort of changing short or long early in the piece. But I think they'll probably just play the medium length just to get the feel of the green, and then they'll start manipulating the distances after that. You normally need a few ends just to get the feel of it before you start adjusting things.
Absolutely. Pauline playing the tighter of the 2 ends on her backhand. Looks to be a handy starter.
Okay, good morning to a few people here that have come on board and commented. Blakey, is it really or really? Yeah, interesting. Carla, good morning. Tiger Robinson, good morning. Not too sure what you've got on that other one, Adam.
It's got Mary Ingram from Fife in Scotland
yes.
is back.
Morning, Mary. Mary's was that around about 9 hours ago, just after midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around that time.
Yeah, so. Just down the road from St Andrews. Good evening, Mary.
Right, I'll pass now over to Chrissy. She's got a coffee here and all organised, and I'll let Adam welcome Chrissy online.
Good morning, Chrissy.
Good morning, Adam.
Yes, welcome aboard. Great to see you here.
Thank you. I think I've been here every day
yes.
far at one of the venues. Around and about. This is very important for the selection component for Bowls Queensland, is getting out there and looking at the players and identifying the players that will be going forward in our teams and squads for 2024.
Yes. And I imagine those on the green today will be in your sights?
Absolutely. Everybody out there we've been looking closely at and still looking closely at, and hopefully they're all out there performing well.
Yes. So it's been a good start here. Emma and Wendy won the first end by a shot, and Pauline and Lorraine have bitten straight back, so 1-1 after 2.
Yep, should be a great game this. I mean, we've got 4 of our state players here in some shape or form, I'll call it.
Yep.
You've got Emma Spicer and Wendy from the State Open team last year who played in the Australian Side Series over in Perth. And you've got Pauline Laverty and Lorraine Callaghan who played in the 40 to 59 series in the Test series against New South Wales last July. Our 40 to 59 ladies have been going extremely well in that, winning the Shield the last 2 years against New South Wales.
It's a great innovation, I think, the 40 to 59 group.
Absolutely. I mean, how many bowlers do we have that come into the sport just a little later?
Yes.
And we've certainly, and they go well.
Yes.
They're very committed and dedicated, and it's just great to have that category for them. And of course, we've done that, and people sort of say to us, well, what about the after the under 25s, what about the 25 to 40s?
Yes.
So hopefully they're in an open team by that point in time, but we have so many good players in Queensland. We honestly can't fit them all in the open.
No, I'm well aware of that. We've got, just having a look at some of the men's matches late yesterday, and you've only got so many positions to fill.
Exactly right, and there's so many good players knocking at the door for selection this year.
Just saying, I'm a member down at Paradise Point, and we've had a big influx of members in that 40 to 50 age group, and they've either come from golf or other sports, or they've got a bit more time now, and they're super keen. They want to learn, they want to play, and they're very competitive, and it's a good thing about our sport. If you do want to practice and you do want to get better, if you're willing to put in the time, at any age you join, you can get better very quickly.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what it's about. To improve your skills in bowls, you need to do focused training on particular areas of your game, or actually all areas of your game, but particularly areas that might need some work on, whether you need to practice drawing to the ditch, long ends or short ends. And it's a mix. It's the practice that you put in, but you need to back that up with competition, because competition provides sort of different parameters that you're bowling under.
Absolutely.
That's the pressure situations that you face.
Yeah, I've come from a golfing background, and we don't play enough match play in golf these days, whereas in bowls, in every format of the game, be it singles, pairs or whatever, you're playing against an opponent each match.
Absolutely, and the girls here could be, I always find it very difficult looking at this view, could be Pauline with the shot in front. I always ask for Robbie's second opinion on this one.
Yes, Pauline, the white bowls.
Yes. Emma coming in could well be shot there when he's having a close look. The finger measure, I think she likes it.
Robbie and I were just saying how the little bit of shade on the green already and the moisture still coming out of it, and with the 21 ends game, it's likely to go for at least 3 hours. We're going to see some change in the green, and the girls will have to be aware of that.
Absolutely. We saw this the other day too. I'm just looking out the window and I can still see dew across the end of the green on the north side where it's still in shadow, and any bowls that are going to come up into that shadow area or towards the ditch when they go the opposite way, they're going to sort of meet those damper conditions there.
Okay, Lorraine just come round the back there in a good catching position.
Yeah, we talk about getting, if you don't get the shot, to make sure your bowl finishes in the right area behind the head, what we call the catchment position.
Yes. Good draw effort there from Wendy, just a couple of feet short.
Now, Lorraine is affectionately known as Texas. She was born and bred in Texas, Queensland.
Texas, just over the New South Wales border.
Is it? New South
Yes,
Wales. Oh,
yeah.
sorry, I said Texas.
No,
Queensland.
it is Queensland.
Yeah,
It
I
is
thought
Queensland, but
was.
that's the if you go up the New England Highway from Sydney, Texas is the first town you hit when you cross the border.
Yeah. I mean, I was very poor on my geography the other day when people were sort of putting in comments from different parts of Queensland. I should know, but I don't always.
It's such a big state. I've been up here from Sydney 12 years and still really learning where things are.
Absolutely.
And Wendy just overcooking the weight a little there.
So this will be a measure. So good morning, Joe Franzi. Hi. Yep, definitely. You need to balance the training with the competition. As I said, it brings in different aspects into your game.
Yes, morning, Joe. Joe put an end to our triples campaign the other day here.
Yes, yeah, Joe is certainly one that puts in a lot of time on the green with his training and his play. And that was 1 to Wendy.
Looks like Wendy's going to go for a shorter end here.
Yes.
Walking up the green.
And again, that's something we talked about the other day. You don't necessarily want to get to the end of the game and think, why didn't I try? Why didn't I change something? Why didn't I try this, try that? And Wendy's certainly a very experienced player, a good tactician of the game, knows her and her lead strengths and weaknesses.
Yes, that's another facet to the game, isn't it? Knowing what your partner can best do and calling shots that appeal to your partner.
Oh, definitely. You know, your partner might be stronger on the forehand or the backhand. If you've got an option, well, you know, and it's really not going to make a great deal of difference at the head. Play them on their strengths and the length of end. Also, you know, another important role of the skip is to be aware of changing conditions. Also to be aware, you may be that's a great starter from Emma. The skip may become aware that certain parts of the green aren't tracking as well as they should, and always looking, you know, to play her team on the kinder side of the green. You know, if you can monopolise that, you're going to give yourself a good start. Good reply there from Pauline. Just a little bit narrow, but finishing in that area behind. The jack could well go back towards that area.
That's right. Emma trying to add to her great first bowl, and she looks to have done so. 2 great lead bowls from Emma Spicer.
That's wonderful. Just changed how the head looks, forcing Pauline onto the other hand.
She's on a pretty good line here.
That's a mighty effort, and again finishing in a very good area behind the head. When you get bowls that close, your opposition normally aren't going to be short. They're going to be trying to take that jack off you, take it back somewhere.
No. It's very rare that a short bowl ends up shot. It can, but in a golfing analogy, a short putt has never gone in.
That's right. Wendy's looking to put a bit of cover back there. She's well aware of what the opposition will be trying to do.
Yes, it's a good play. And Lorraine's on target here by the looks.
Yes. Just getting enough turn in there. Lovely conversion from Texas. Good morning, Trish Spicer. I thought you'd be online watching your beautiful daughter out there playing this semi-final. Morning to Joe Albers. I saw your smiling face go past the commentary box the other day. Hope you're enjoying your time on the Gold Coast. That was a great reply from Wendy.
It was.
And
Lorraine's coming
and
on
a
top of it.
response from Lorraine.
Yes, they're in tune now. And the adjacent match, the other women's semi-final, Caitlin Inch 3, Tracy Foster 2 after 3 ends. We've got the men's semi-final, Sean Baker 4-2 up over Kane Nelson, and Darren Clinkett up 2-1 against Dean McWhenny.
And again, we've got 4 very experienced bowlers over on that rink as well. You've got
Yes.
Caitlin and Chloe, 2 international players, playing Tracy, who's been a member of our State Open team and State Over 60s team, and Marie Gibbs, who was also in the State Open team
Yep.
back in the day. Very, very experienced.
I think one of the first games I saw live up here was Marie Gibbs playing in the final of the Australian Open.
That's right. She got the silver medal that year. Fantastic achievement just to get to the final of that. When you look at the number of entries and the number of games you need to play to get through to finals there, fantastic achievement.
Absolutely. And she and her husband Albert travel a lot. They live in country Queensland and they travel all over the state to play bowls.
Good bowl there from Pauline. She's opened that up, unfortunately, I guess, for her skip, but another bowl in the head.
Looks to be a good line from Emma.
Yeah, on a nice track there.
Very good.
Wendy would be pretty pleased with that.
So Pauline will be trying to touch Jack here or use Emma's bowl to sit on.
Yeah.
Weight was good, just a little
turning away at them.
underdone.
We noticed that on this rink the other day too. Just that hand of the green has a lot more turn in it. Particularly when you get up towards the tee, they tended to swing in, quite a few feet.
Yes, we had Ryan Bester in yesterday afternoon, and Ryan was saying that's his favourite hand, to just
The wider
send
hand,
it out wide and swing it in.
You know it's going to come in. So Joe Albers is down to play in the singles of the state championships tomorrow. And Brendan Wilson is online cheering on his mum and Emma from Northern Suburbs.
Wendy drawing on the backhand.
Yeah, looking to come around. Yeah, not quite.
Texas down here on the forehand. She's given this lovely grass.
Lovely grass, good weight.
Beautiful bowl.
Fantastic bowl. Back toucher.
So Wendy has a couple of options here, just trying to draw and knock that out. They do appear to have the best back if they want to go large.
Yeah, possibly backhand. She can move Emma onto that. She's got the catcher behind on the left-hand side.
And that's what she's doing, Chrissy. Oh, she's managed to knock the shot out.
Great shot.
Lorraine has one to come.
We have Mary McAnuff watching from Newry in Ireland. Good morning or good evening, Mary.
Okay, Texas is after this one.
Yeah,
She likes
looking
it.
to sit it out. The little trail's on also. Fantastic bowl.
Brilliant bowl.
Well done, Texas.
Crikey. That was a wonderful bowl.
What an end from these ladies. That head was changing almost every bowl going down. 2 out, 3 out.
Looking for 4.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact measuring for 4. Yeah, this is a couple of ends there just to find their length, and now they're bang on it.
Not that one. Was that It was certainly 3.
Yeah. Appears to be 3. The discussion going on here between Lorraine and Pauline about...
I imagine the length. I mean, they did well on that length. Every player did well on that length. So
Yes.
discussion whether to stay that length or change it up again.
They're starting to kick them back a bit. Jenny Mason wondering if the men's pairs are going to be televised as well. I understand the men's final will be live streamed this afternoon. I know we had some discussions yesterday, some people suggesting with the draw it would be good to try and be in a position to show both finals on live stream, and I'm sure that's something we can look at.
I think it
going
will
forward.
depend on numbers in the draw and
Yes.
how they come when you come down to the pointy end of the tournament.
The men's final will be on this rink, and men's bronze will be next door, because these ladies who are playing now on rink 3, rink 2, one of those will be in the final, so you can't have them playing.
Okay, great start from Pauline.
Okay. Yep. Lovely start, Pauline. So Robbie's just told us the men's gold medal match will be played on this rink, with the men's bronze medal match played on the rink next to it. They'll need to move the ladies from that rink next door for the gold medal match, because one of the ladies playing there currently will be in that gold medal final. So
We can't have them playing on the same rink in 2 matches. So great reply there from Emma Spicer.
So Christine Hode's asking if there's any chance to have scores for the ladies over 60 pairs, and I guess the men's over 60s pairs as well at some time.
Yeah, we're working on that. We're trying to get a runner to one of the Bowls Queensland officials may be able to do that for us. We're going to rely on Robbie's binoculars today.
Those scoreboards, actually where we're sitting, he has a
Very
keen
bird's eye
line
view.
of sight towards the over 60 scoreboards, and with
Yes.
his amazingly high-powered binoculars, he should be able to get that in.
He-
He's in the process of working on putting up the graphics to show it to you on the screen.
Good on you, Robbie. He's a jack of all trades.
He is. Linda Brown and Gail Whiteeye's team are 4 apiece after 6.
Okay. Texas coming here on the forehand. And a very good line, just to falling 3 foot short. Wendy on the forehand now. Weight looks to be very good here.
Nice track coming in. Sits Emma's bowl and
Brilliant.
stays. Toucher.
You can see why these girls are in the Queensland sides.
Absolutely. They're putting on a bit of a show for us out there. But, how good. Sit back, with your cuppa, watching bowls of this standard. What a way to spend the morning.
Yeah. Here comes Texas' reply.
Yes. Very good bowl from Texas. That actually creates a little sort of lip and edge there for bowls coming behind it to sit in there. And cut that back to 1 shot to Wendy's team.
Beautiful smooth delivery Wendy has. Swinging in now on this forehand.
Yeah.
Another wonderful bowl.
Very good bowls.
Front toucher.
Yep. Mark of a good player to be able to repeat, a shot like that, to be able to repeat the bowl.
Yeah, that is.
And there are training drills you can do to practice repeating the bowl and scoring yourself to see how well you're doing at it. Something we get our juniors to do. In fact, we give them a lot of drills to do, and that's certainly one of them.
It's a game for all ages, and we've got a good junior program down at Paradise Point, and there's a lot of opportunities for the kids in the state junior titles of all ages, and they just love it.
Absolutely. And thanks to volunteers at the club who are dedicating their time to bring and to coach these juniors, bring them on, and to also accompany them to things like the state championships, to be their mentor, to be their coach, to be there on the sidelines. Yes. It's quite a daunting task for some of the young ones to front up there. Nice bowl from M.
Yes, it's a very good head here.
Fantastic.
Pauline playing.
Yeah, she's looking to get around that front one, or if she touches it, move it out of the way, come in, sit on the inside of Texas. She's attempting to do it.
That could even be shot.
Yeah, it's close. They're having a look.
I think Wendy feels she may be one down here.
Yeah, she's wanting to change that now.
Yeah, it's very tight.
Yeah. I mean,
for Emma to get a better picture in her head, it's good to go and see.
Absolutely. And there's actually a shot on the other hand.
Yes.
This is, again, where I'd love to have a little pen to draw on the screen. But even M coming into Wendy's bowl, sitting just in front of Pauline's, roll it over, could roll it out and stay for 2 shots.
Yes.
But then if Wendy's holding, she might be looking at trying to preserve the shot.
Yeah, that's a magic head.
Yeah,
they're looking at that. They're looking at both shots still.
Look, both shots are on. As we know, there's often more than one way to play the shot, play the end.
It's a great part of our game, isn't it? The decisions you make, you're thinking every shot.
Absolutely, and it also depends on what you've got in the head, what your setup looks like behind the head, and where that jack's likely to spill if it does spill out.
No one is sure
who
has the shot.
No. A bit more measuring going on.
Who will be the one willing to move it, though? We've still got 5 bowls to go in this end.
Well, there's no time limit on semi-finals, and as you can see, I mean, with a head like this, every shot you play is so important. You want to make sure you are playing the right shot.
So many of the matches go down to just 1 or 2 shots, and you often look back and, gee, if only I converted that one on end 4.
Yes. Yeah. And good morning, Luke Turner. Wayne Netta says, "Come on, Robbie. When is the pen writing on the screen coming?" Yep, I'll certainly back that. M's gone behind. Yep, he's on the case, Wayne. Yeah. Robbie is a very, very busy man. When he gets a bit of spare time, it's something he's going to be investigating.
Tomorrow morning, Robbie's going to look at that after he qualifies for the singles post-sectionals. Oh, tomorrow morning, before he qualifies for the singles post-sectionals. Okay, now Lorraine coming round on a backhand around the back.
Yeah, she must feel she's holding shot there, looking to put a bowl where that jack may spill to.
Yes, interesting to see if Wendy tries to change this head up. She too is playing a draw shot. Maybe they both think they have shot.
Maybe the bowl's both touching.
Yeah.
Oh, in it comes. Yeah.
No,
That's quite a wide drawing hand.
Very
isn't
wide
it?
draw. That's a great effort. Lorraine again covering. In case
Yep.
it moves down towards the back.
In case Wendy goes a little stronger this time. They're having another look.
Well, Wendy coming down, have a look.
We'll see whether Wendy plays this. Might give us an idea as to who's holding shot there.
Good morning to Wilson Alexander. It's the one-winged pelican at the moment, but
He is.
although injured, he is playing in the men's singles tomorrow, which is great to see.
Yes, Wilson actually played the men's fours, which I thought was really brave of him to do that. But his arm must be feeling very comfortable.
Well, he's got that West Coast of Scotland blood in him.
Yes, they breed them tough.
Yes. Okay, they've gone to the measure.
Yeah.
Wendy's decided not to play her final bowl. She must be confident that she has won the end. Obviously very close.
Yep. Now Pauline's going to have a go. Emma looked confident then. Yep. 1 to Wendy Wilson.
Wow. What an end of bowls that was.
That was fantastic.
Our score update. The other semi-final, Caitlin Inch 4, Tracy Foster 4 after 5. And Kane Nelson 2, Sean Baker 6 after 6. And Darren Clinkett 2, Dean McWhinney 7 after 5. As we said earlier, 21 ends today. No time limit.
And a beautiful day at Musgrave Hill. Slight breeze, as one would expect, but nothing that's really having much of an effect on the green.
This could well be the nicest day we've had this week. Beautiful conditions. Now Wendy's decided to go longer here. They went short.
Yes.
Previous time coming south to north. Going longer here, and Emma's put in a very good first bowl.
Good start.
And how are you enjoying your time on the Bowls Queensland
On selection.
selection? Yes.
Yes, well, for the last 3 years I've been the selection committee coordinator, which means I get to do all the paperwork and the admin part of it. We have a very good committee in place who've been in place for a number of years now. We also have created some years ago a procedures manual for which we follow as to how we go about selection, what we're looking for.
I think that's very good, and I think that's something that could be instituted at club level, because selection time for pennants and the like is always a big time for discussion at the bar.
Absolutely, and it's a thankless job,
Yes.
selecting. You're damned if you do and damned if you don't, and often we're out there, we like to see people achieving, we like to see them getting the wins, we like to see them achieving not just at club level, through district, champion of champions, and particularly at state level. So when we go out to look at players, if they're in a team environment, that team might win the gold medal, but we're looking at what is each individual's contribution to
Yes.
that win. Did they do what we expected of a lead or a second or a third or a skip in that win? What was their contribution? And that plays a very important part.
Yeah, that's great to know.
Good bowl there from Wendy, just behind the jack.
Okay, Texas coming in here.
Yeah.
Just a little light on.
I'm sure they'll be correcting that. This the first couple of bowls has found them out on the tee to tee. But I'm sure players at that level, they soon adapt.
Yes.
And particularly, as we said, this area up by the tee is only just drying out, and it has, only a short while ago had a lot of dew on the shaded areas.
Yeah.
So yes, the bowls will be playing differently as they come into the head there.
Good point. The back section up here is running a
Mhm.
second or two slower than the
It
rest of
is.
the green. This is a better delivery. Just running under.
Giving that bowl a chance.
Yep. And it's staying on the rink, so
Mhm.
best back for Lorraine.
Yep. And again, if the jack is on the tee or close to the tee like this, a bowl between that tee area and the ditch is a very good bowl.
Yep. It's always going to be in the match, isn't it? Always there.
Yes, always there.
Okay, Owen from Coquitlam, perhaps, British Columbia. Have I said that correctly, Owen? Welcome aboard.
Lovely to see our Canadian friends getting online. They seem to be huge supporters of the live stream, as are many of the players in the British Isles, UK and Ireland, Scotland, Wales.
We had some from Cyprus as well, and Malta earlier in the week.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Nice bowl
South
from
Africa.
them there. Yes, Malta's really becoming a little force in lawn bowls,
Yes.
with their players achieving very well in World Championship events. Just recently, Connie Rickson over in the World Indoors gaining the silver medal.
Yes. Their manager, Joe Saragoza, is from my old club in Sydney.
Oh, fantastic.
Terrific
yeah.
fella, and he's absolutely wrapped the way that the Malta bowling team has been going, and
Mm-hmm.
especially the girls.
Yes, I believe Connie and her partner Paul went to Malta after the indoor championships and were at an official reception,
Yes.
government reception, where they were presented with an acknowledgement of her contribution to the sport.
It's fantastic.
Mm.
Okay, Pauline going a little more direct here under those front
Yes.
bowls. But just lacking a little
Just
bit
a
of
little
weight.
shy in weight still.
Yeah. Could be two.
Two. I think two to Wendy Wilson. Three perhaps to Wendy Wilson's team
Yeah.
at the moment.
They have the back one. Yeah, 3 shots. So this will test Texas. She's got 2 shots here she can play. She has the best back, so she can play the draw on the 4 on
Mm-hmm.
the side Wendy's coming in now, or be a bit more aggressive on the other.
Yep.
Wendy looks like she's covering out the back.
Look at the grass line out there.
Beautiful.
Coming back. Certainly a wide drawing hand. Texas is coming up on the backhand.
Yes.
She's got bowls on the way in there.
Going the direct route.
Yeah.
And probably going to
Maybe a bit.
just a little tight.
Yeah. So into the ditch with that bowl. But again, it's about giving your bowls a chance. She has got bowls in the run in. That's a percentage shot to play.
Wendy here trying to draw another
Mhm.
shot.
That shouldn't stop Texas. Oh, yep, she is changing.
Yes. It's a little tight again.
I just had a feeling she rushed that shot a bit. She
Yeah.
got on the mat very quickly.
Yeah, she's not happy with herself.
No.
She obviously saw the shot she wanted to
Yes.
play, and sometimes you do get on the mat quickly, and
Yep.
so
Was
3
that-
shots.
3. 3-2 Wendy Wilson. So I imagine Wendy will keep this length long.
Yes, you tend to, if you're on a winner with a length, you tend to stick to it.
Absolutely.
Bit of breeze just starting to pick up now, but still not enough to really have any influence on the bowls at ground level.
So Wayne Netter's telling us that Good Note 6 has a laser pointer option. Good Notes 6. Robbie is actually taking a note of Good Note 6. He's writing that in his book.
Good on you, Wayne.
Thank
Robbie
you from Robbie.
appreciates that. Okay, not the best bowl there from Pauline.
No. And it's probably about this time, a little bit of breeze coming across the green. The sun's been out for a while. The green is drying out further and could be just taking that little bit more grass.
Yeah, still an opportunity here for Pauline to get one in there close. Just note Tracy Foster's kicked off to a 6-4 lead over Caitlin. Okay, not the best 4 lead bowls we've seen so far today, but plenty to come.
And often that's indicative, as I said, of a changing green. You know,
Yes.
leads are normally pretty tuned in with what they're doing and being able to repeat it. But when things change up, this is often the result, but they'll get back into it.
Nice grass again from Wendy.
Yeah, she's got M's bowl coming in there. And moving that a bit closer.
Yep.
So Texas, she's got that jack high bowl to rest on.
Not quite enough grass.
No, I think her bowls have been holding up earlier on. Wendy plays with Dreamline XG and Texas with Edge Factor, as does Pauline Laverty. Both Pauline and Texas play with the Edge bowls.
It's a little tighter than the XG.
Yes. There is an Edge Bowl and Edge Raptor, which has a line very similar to an XG, a slightly wider line.
This looks to be a better line.
Yes, better line for those bowls as she sent it down.
No, I think you're right, Chrissy. I think the green is changing a little.
And Emma plays with Aero. Are they Dynamics? Robbie might be able to hone in on one for us. They're certainly Aero. I think the colour is that Picasso?
I'm not sure. I can't help you there, Chrissy. It looks... hello, Joe. Joel from Paradise Point walking past and giving us a cheer. I'm not sure of... I know a bit of Picasso's artwork, but not his...
I'm sure one of the viewers will be able to tell us whether we're right or wrong there.
Yes. Still a little comfort break for a couple of the players here.
A couple of the leads and... Yep, and the major sponsor for this event, Identified Services, who do cleaning, maintenance and management, commercial cleaning, waterproofing and protective coating, and labour hire and recruitment.
We thank them very much for their support of these championships.
Yeah, these events can't go ahead without our sponsors. Here's M coming down.
Great line, but just a couple of feet short.
Yeah.
Okay, this looks to have pretty good weight.
It's a better line for Pauline's bowls.
Doesn't want the gap, but that's what she's found.
She's found. So Wendy holding 3 or 4 bowls there. Looks a little on the thin side, that one. That side of the green will punish you if you don't take your grass.
Yep, you can see they've it's changed a little and it's taking more grass, and they're just taking some time to come to terms with that.
The wind's actually picked up a little bit and is coming from the southeast at the moment, so they are bowling into that wind. It's a better reply, but still running through a bit from Pauline. Lovely track.
Okay.
They have cut one out there, 1 or 2.
Malcolm Bates says, go Emma and Wendy, go the Phoenix. Well, the Phoenix is certainly well represented here. Northern Suburbs Bowls Club.
Wendy was telling me the story of the Phoenix on the uniform. It was a small bowls club just to the north of Brisbane there, and a couple of years ago had an influx of players, and it was like the Phoenix rising from the ashes.
That's great. I played it there, the old, what's called Wavell Heights.
That's
in the old days, many years ago, and it's really kicked on. Great bowl here from Wendy Wilson.
And that's good. That's changed that head up, hasn't
Yeah, it makes
Excuse me.
Much more difficult for Lorraine to get in there now. Looks like she's played much better weight.
Yeah, see.
Just overdone it somewhat. In a bit of strife here now.
They are. They're 3 at least.
Lovely grass again from Wendy.
Yeah. So Wendy looking to put a bit of cover in, and we're just drawing another one in there.
That looks to be in the count.
Yeah. Still left enough holes there.
Yes. Okay, this looks to be
Track's
closer
good.
to draw weight.
Yep.
Trying to cut down and at least get second shot.
And I think she's going to do that.
She may well even have...
It's 1 shot to Wendy Wilson.
Wow.
That was a great save. I'm sure both Pauline and Texas breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Yeah, that's some save there. It happens a lot. Last bowl. But under pressure, that is a big, big bowl.
And it's bowls like that that keeps you in the game. If Wendy and Emma had picked up that, I don't know what it was, 4 or 5, then it blows the score out a bit.
Absolutely, and it's a fight to get back.
Yes.
Now, margins being 3 rather than 7. Wendy and Emma sticking to the long ends.
Well, they're certainly monopolising the long ends at the moment, but players the calibre of Pauline and Texas, it won't be long before they're on it as well.
Another good start from Emma.
Yes.
Yeah, she's mastering this hand along the clubhouse very well.
This looks like a good reply from Pauline.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
Wow. Emma's switching over to the forehand. Trying hard, but a little underdone with grass. But again, a very good bowl.
Another bowl in the head.
So Texas is already thinking, where will that jack move to?
Well, it's probably not going forward, is it?
No.
So
she's asking Pauline to err on the
wider hand.
Wider hand, but she's just done the opposite.
Err on the wider side, I should have said. Yep. That was nice weight for what was called.
Yeah. Okay, we have the women's and men's over 60s scores now up on the screen. Thanks, Robbie. Good work.
Oh, that's brilliant, Robbie. Well done. Mm-hmm. Robbie's not 100% satisfied with what he's put up. He's going to work on it a little bit to get something a little more aesthetically pleasing for the viewers. Some very close games there in the over 60s. Nice bowl from Wendy, another one in the head.
Yes. I'll make my over 60s debut next year, Chrissy.
Next year?
Yeah,
No
looking
way.
forward to that.
Oh. So have you already got your partner for that?
No, I've got my one at club level, yeah. Playing with Oyster, the famous Oyster from Paradise Point in our club over 60s. And looking forward to it. It's highly competitive, the over 60s bowls in Queensland.
Oh, very much so. Very much so. And over 60 pairs at the state championships, they play 3-bowl pairs.
Yes.
So not quite so much walking up and down the green.
That's a good implementation there from Bowls Queensland. And some great players, both the women's and men's side of the draw, with some great history of playing for Queensland and Australia and
very much so.
Representing at all levels.
Is Texas staying on the green there? Flags in the way.
Robbie, can you see if that one's on the green?
Is there a bowl up on the bank there?
Oh, it's on the bank.
Yeah, so it just trickled in there.
She was trying to cover to where the jack is likely to go, but just a tad heavy. So one shot to Pauline and Lorraine. 4 bowls from each team to come. Emma going fairly
she's
direct.
looking to convert that. Just has actually put Wendy into a very good spot back there.
Absolutely. Now have 4 seconds and one in a very good catching position.
That gives Pauline a nice sighter there to try and beat.
Looks to be nice grass here from Pauline.
Yes.
Just trying to run a bit more. Okay. Emma likely to go fairly firm again.
You look at the weight from these ladies compared to the last time they came up this direction. They're all sort of handling that weight pretty well.
Just a little heavy, and they've lost one of their backwards. Now will Pauline try and cover to that spot once more?
I think that's what she'll be trying to do.
That's just gone an inch too far, fallen in the ditch.
Yes, we know that area around the tee has only just come out of shadow into the sun at this point, so a little difficult to adjust and play the weight past that area.
Okay, is Wendy going to try and positive weight from Wendy?
Mm-hmm.
She's going to clutter into something. Just missing by a bowl width.
See what Texas does here.
She's just trying to cover into that spot. It's finished in a... Would have liked it to go another 2 feet. Wendy...
It's a better track.
Yeah. She may have a bit too much pace for that line.
One in, one out.
One in, one out. There's the beauty of having another one in the head.
Absolutely.
So she can, Texas here can draw either hand, but it is a little dangerous if she does go.
Yeah, if she comes on her backhand to draw up to Emma Spicer's bowl, a couple of rolls on that bowl would see them make a 3. Whether she wants to do that at this stage.
That's the great part of risk reward out of our game.
Absolutely.
They're taking the one by the looks. They are. Texas has decided not to play the bowl.
Right, so 1 shot to Texas and Pauline. Tracy Foster's just pulled a little ahead of Caitlin Inch at this stage of the game. 7 shots to 4 after 7 ends.
I know Caitlin is New Zealand international and plays out of the Kawana club.
Yes.
I don't know a lot about Tracy. Where is Tracy from?
Tracy, well, she lives up in the Downs district, had played in that area for many years, but is now was playing at the Drayton Club and before that West Toowoomba, but is now playing out of the Algester Club. So she comes down the mountain for her games. There's not too much in the Downs district that Tracy hasn't won up there. Some years back, along with her partner Jo Walsley, they won the Australian Champion of Champion Pairs.
Wow, that's some feat. Emma, where it's a very strong bowls area, they're both on top of the hill there at Toowoomba and down the other side. And I know a lot of the guys and girls that played Premier League for Drayton or the Outlaws this year travel a long way for their bowls.
They
Cunnamulla
do.
And
Roma.
Roma.
Yes.
Okay, Pauline's off to a good start here. 2 good lead bowls. The pressure straight back on Emma, who's come back with a great reply. Brilliant bowl.
Yeah, there's comments, Robbie, they quite like what you put up on the screen because they can see through it. Yeah. Okay, Robbie is going to put a little heading on that because somebody's messaged him and asked what those scores were for.
Well, Texas has done another good shot here.
Very good bowl.
Will Wendy draw or be a little aggressive and try and split those 2 shot bowls?
Come on to the back of M there, maybe. Nearly moved it over, changed.
I think we're going to see that jack move a little fair bit during the match.
I think so. Texas, I think, would you be trying to tuck that around, get it out of sight, or at least finish behind
Yeah.
in that catchment area.
Yeah, that's a good bowl. I think it's important in fours for your second to make sure they've got one in that catchment area, and
Definitely.
Texas has done just that there. Well done, Robbie. If everyone's happy with the font, if anyone's got any complaints about the font or the colour of
Just
that,
message Robbie directly.
You've got to see Mrs. White. Yep, if you've got a problem with it, contact Mrs. White.
Mrs. Waite.
Yeah, Helen. Helen is her name.
Helen Waite? Ah. Thanks, Robbie. He's a funny man. He needs to be mic'd up at all times.
I tried it, it's not working.
okay, Pauline has put another good shot in here. They may be
Yes.
sitting 3 now.
Yeah, just provide a little bit more protection on that jack, though it's still, I think you can still sight that from the other end.
Fine effort, little weight.
That's finished in a very good position there.
Yes. This has got a very good heading.
Yeah.
I want to move the jack, but that's again finished in a very good catching position. Now she may call Emma to go hard here and just change that head up. No, back to the draw.
Probably doesn't want to take Emma's bowl out of the
No.
head. Yep, moved it a bit closer.
Flipped it over. May have cut it down a little.
Mm-hmm.
So decision time for both skips here. There's a number of shots both players can play.
It may have locked Em's bowl in a little bit should Wendy choose to play the backhand coming
Yes.
up. And Texas might be looking to try and change this up a bit herself.
Texas
Yep.
finished in a very good position.
Nice spot there. So Robbie, asking whether you can put the ends up on the over 60s scores. No, he said. It was just a definite no then.
Where am I going to put it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both and the
Yeah.
ends. I'm not putting another one.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to do that as well as all of these.
We'll keep an eye on the ends with the binoculars.
Yeah, we'll try and update you on those ends.
They have 25 minutes.
Yes. Yeah, the over 60s are playing 3 bowl pairs of 25 ends, no time limit. So Texas has put another good one in the catching position.
Wendy's still attempting that draw.
Indicating that she may only be 1 down. Very good attempt. Two. It's the 2.
2 to Texas and Pauline.
All square after 9 ends. 7 apiece. The adjacent women's semi-final, all square as well after 9 ends.
Correct. On the over 60s, most of the rinks have played around 12, 11, 12, 13 ends of 25.
And all matches can go either way, still all very close.
Mm-hmm. Look how many close games we've got there. 9 all, Derek Bone and Bruce Hill. 8 all, Caitlin Inch and Tracy Foster. 6 all, Kane Nelson, Sean Baker, and a number of other games within 1 or 2 shots. 7 all on this game.
Yeah, indication of the quality and depth of Queensland bowls.
Definitely.
Okay, right into the meaty part of this match now, this middle section, where many a social bowler has a little nap. I'm sure these 4 players will not.
No, a lot of players like to break their game up into thirds. If you're playing a 21 end game, the first 7 ends, the middle 7 and the last 7. Regroup before playing each set of 7. Assess where you are, and it's just a way to refocus during a game.
I caddy in golf tournaments, and very similar.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of players do it that way too. They just put them in 18 holes into groups of 3 or 6, and it keeps them very focused on what they're doing at that one time, rather than thinking too far ahead.
Yep.
Okay, well, both girls a little wayward again here. Coming up, the wind is easing again, so we're getting some gusts, and then it's easing, so it's not easy.
It's not, and the shadow's retracted just a little bit more. It won't go too much further back, but it's certainly drying out on that tee end, and that's probably why some of these bowls have rolled on a little further.
See, Kane and Jacob have kicked away by 3 shots over Sean Ingham, Sean Baker. And Dale and Dean have kicked 11-3 up on Darren Clinkett and Adam Moody. Okay, lovely grass there from Texas. Just the weight was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It just did hang out a little.
Bowl coming in from Wendy. Good track for her bowls. Looks like the shot.
Yes. Texas staying on that same hand.
Yeah, and there's often no reason to change. You can go around or come under a bowl. Or hit it right in the middle.
Murphy's.
She had good weight with that bowl. That's Murphy's.
Murphy's always hanging around the bowls green.
However, I mean, that's actually set that head up a little bit better for them if that's their preferred hand.
Correct.
With Wendy's bowl now close to Jack High.
Correct. Good point. I think a lot of social bowlers, once there's the shot there or they've got shot, they tend to just be a little careful of it, but they've got to be aware that it's very likely to move, or the jack's going to move and things are going to change during the progress of that end, and never be afraid to play the shot.
The over 60s, Barbara Townsend, are semi-finals. So we have the ladies' semi-final and the men's semi-final. And as we said before, it's 3 bowl pairs, so the semi-finals are 25 ends and no time limit also. Linda Morrish has jumped online with putting in some score updates for us. Linda's one of our hard-working match committee for Bowls Queensland. She's out and about on the green and has put those scores up for those that are interested.
Yep, good on you, Linda.
Thank you.
Putting Robbie out of a job here to retire the binoculars.
Yep, nice bowl from M here.
Yeah, brilliant bowl.
Yep. Oh, brilliant. Robbie's just put the ends on. So well done, Robbie. Thank you.
How far off are we going from a split screen, Robbie? How about a split screen with a couple of games on at once? No chance. Not yet.
Yeah. And Shane Leonard wanted to know whether Bowls Queensland would ever think of doing a poll for what match the viewers want to watch. And yeah, you'd have to do it the night before, and sometimes you don't know till quite late in the day.
Yeah.
It can depend also on where players have played before as to what rinks they're on.
Yeah,
I think
not even Robbie has any pull there.
No.
He just does.
No. And yes, the games are being live streamed from the venue that they're being played at.
And Bowls Queensland does try to spread it round a bit so viewers get to see as many different players as possible. But as we said earlier, one thing perhaps we could do next year and looking forward is, if possible, if the draw permits, perhaps be in a position to show both the men's and women's finals live.
That would be a decision for Bowls Queensland match. It, as I said, it depends on the number of entries for both as to whether it's doable. If you're playing the same number of sections and coming down, it's a little hard to do. I'm sure it might be possible in some instances.
It's great to know that there's that sort of interest out there.
Definitely. Yep.
Lovely bowl from Wendy, sitting 2, perhaps 3 shots. Could even be 4. No.
I think
2.
Yep. I think Texas's option for shot is to play the forehand and just try and feather in off Wendy's wing bowl in front, or to save come the backhand just to sit the shot bowl. 2 rolls on that shot bowl on the backhand may spring the jack back to Texas's bowl, but you'd have to play perfect weight to do that. So
You're
options.
a good judge, Chrissy. That's exactly what she's looking to do by looks of that.
Yeah, and if you're trying to work out what shot to play what we call the percentage shot, where you can get the maximum benefit from doing it and minimise any losses along the way. And by this stage of the game, you know how both sides of the green are playing and what your bowls are doing and what you feel confident playing.
Looks like she's playing the shot you suggested, Chrissy, and it's not...
Don't know whether her bowls will turn enough on that hand, but
weight was pretty good, just a couple of bowls wide.
So that...
Now Wendy looking to convert.
Somebody's suggesting we might need a second live streaming unit. However, I'd be very reluctant to clone Robbie Allen. This cannot work without Robbie Allen behind the technicals of it all, and we don't want 2 of him.
And what would be happening is that would be going against each other, so we're splitting our subscriber, our followers, and just making it awkward on everybody.
Yeah.
So Wendy's just decided really to take the 2 shots there.
Yes. Didn't try too hard with that one. It's just a little practice down the other hand.
That's right. Little danger there, so 2 at this stage of the game is fine. Now Tracy's kicked onto a 13-8 lead over Caitlin Inch, so it's hotting up over there.
Yeah, she picked up a 5 that end.
Marie and Chloe having a ding-dong battle at lead position. Okay, nearly halfway, and there's only 2 in it. Back to a nearly ditch to ditch.
Yes.
Here. is in fact ditch to ditch.
Seems to be Wendy and Emma's preferred length.
Yeah.
They did try that 3/4 length earlier, but it didn't really work very well for them.
No.
Which immediately saw Texas and Pauline coming this way last time to try a similar length.
A great opener from Emma. And Pauline coming down on the other hand, just a little light and tight.
We'll see what Emma does here, whether she feels she can still play under that or change her hand. In a fours game, the skip would be encouraging the lead to stay on that same hand, because there's always ways around or under bowls in front.
I imagine, Chrissy, these players would have played against one another a few times.
Absolutely.
And know each other's games, strengths, weaknesses.
Yep. There's sometimes competitors, sometimes teammates.
That's the beauty of our game.
It is. It's a nice correction from Pauline there.
Very good.
Not sure who's got shot. Very close.
Two great lead bowls.
Pauline was in the team. Was around the year that COVID hit. They won the Australian fours title. That was being played down in Melbourne at the time. And they got through some part of the tournament, and then the tournament had to be called off because they were going to close the borders in Queensland.
Yes.
And they had to stop it, I think, during the pairs or mixed pairs.
Yeah, an interesting time which we all remember and don't wish to go back to. We were somewhat fortunate up in Queensland where we could continue to play bowls recreationally most of the time.
We were lucky. We were the envy of some of the other states being able to do that. I think at my club, Broadbeach, we were only off the green, was it about 6 to 8 weeks?
Yes. Yep.
And then there were measures in place to ensure we didn't, we couldn't stand too close to each other on the green.
That's right.
And make sure we didn't have too many players standing together, and limitations on numbers you could actually have in the club.
Yes. Yeah, we did fare better than the bowls from most other states, that's for sure.
Yeah. There comes
Okay, Texas coming in.
Looking just to give it a little nudge.
Which is
That-
done. And
I think that is shot now,
appears to be.
if it wasn't before.
Okay, Neville Jenkins has hopped to a 3-shot lead over Greg Rolls, and Derek Bone a 5-shot lead over Bruce Hill in the men's over 60 semi-finals.
Neville Jenkins and his partner Max Jaffray, leading up for him, and Greg Rolls were members of the Queensland over 60s team that won the gold medal at the Australian senior sides last year. So
Fantastic.
A little bit of teammate rivalry there.
Yes, I've played against Max and Neville many times.
A formidable
Both
pair.
absolute competitors.
Definitely.
Here's a great bowl coming in here and cluttered into the head.
Yeah.
And
Opened it up.
opened it right up.
Good bowl from him.
Still one down, but it's start again really on the draw.
So updates just come through for all the rinks out there, including the over 60s.
Okay, Pauline, beautiful weight, just a little wide.
Now Wendy's just asking him to draw the shot down there.
He's just struggling for weight, I think.
I think so. And that's, a shot that a lot of people don't actually go and practice, is to do the drive to convert and then be able to go back to the draw shot afterwards.
Yeah, that's
draw and
really is
drive
a skill.
and draw game. It is a skill.
Yeah. Just speaking to Ryan Best yesterday, he often has to do that. He goes from drive to draw, and he's probably one of the best in the world.
He's a master of the drive draw game.
Yes. Here's another good bowl from
Pauline.
Great bowl.
Yeah.
Gives Wendy something to sit on now.
It does.
But a ditch to ditch, it's not simple. Okay, Wendy will play the forehand and just try and rest on those bowls of Pauline's.
And she's put it down very well. Just has to hold up. Lovely weighted bowl.
Absolutely, just a little narrow.
Texas isn't going to leave that open for her.
Right. She looks to be coming into the head nicely.
She does.
Not want to trail it.
Very good. Very good bowl, that.
Yes.
Yeah, skips can often have the choice, do I come on the other hand and try to cover that bowl, or do I change the head up first? Try and play the shot before the opposition.
Yeah, it was good to see her play quite an aggressive weight.
Wendy's taken a little bit more grass here.
And a little short. So Pauline just looking to see if they have 2 or 3. She thinks they have 3. So opportunity here for Texas to draw for 4.
Either way.
A little wider than her previous. Erring on the safety side.
Very much so.
Trying to get back.
Again, a nicely weighted bowl, but as you said, erring on the safe side out there.
At 3 up, you don't want to be a bit heavy and tight and give it away. I've done that a few times, Chrissy.
I think it's happened to everyone. Yeah, Robbie said you haven't played bowls until that's happened. Yeah, 3 shots.
3 shots, so we've got new leaders.
10-9 to Pauline and Lorraine over Wendy and Emma.
Quite a crowd coming in now. Such a beautiful day.
Great to see the spectators coming to watch these bowls.
Yes.
I mean, there's nothing like being ringside and watching the action live if you can, but live stream, if you can't be here, nothing better.
It's become very popular.
Good morning, John Newell's online. Good morning to you.
Morning, Dojo. Okay.
So they've shortened it up.
Yes, interesting
Mat
to see.
up and quite a short length, really.
Yeah. Just see the adjacent rink. Marie Gibbs and Tracy Foster have extended their lead to 6 shots.
Good start from Pauline. The wind's actually blowing quite strongly now. It's swung around more to the south rather than the southeast. So these ladies at the moment are bowling with a little bit of a tailwind. And some of the flags around the green are starting to flap a bit too.
Pauline just dropping a little short
Yeah,
there.
and the wind gust had actually stopped at that point in time. It can have an effect on your bowls. It can make a metre difference on occasion,
Yes.
but you don't let that worry you.
No,
You just
you've got to persevere.
absolutely. Nice bowl from Emma for the shot.
Having, or being a caddy, I often I'm often the brunt of a, why did that go over the back? Or
Yes.
why was that short?
Yeah.
Well, it's never my fault, but the wind can play. The wind can play havoc. Okay, Tex is going to play
Coming up on a backhand.
fairly fair.
Yeah.
You're going to sit that bowl or take
Yeah.
the jack.
Yeah. Misses that. Will just touched it. Finish in a catching area behind.
It's good to see you playing fairly aggressive shots.
Mm-hmm.
Not afraid to play the shots.
No, and sometimes you're better off trying to do it early rather than wait till maybe that shot gets blocked with more bowls coming into the head.
Yes.
Yeah, again, that's something you weigh up, whether you do need to get a second closer shot in there or whether you should be trying to convert early.
Going back to the draw now.
Yeah. Looking to get another shot in the head.
And she's made a pretty good fist of it.
Absolutely. Bit hard to tell who's got second shot there. Possibly Texas. It's more a jack high bowl.
I think Emma just indicated they still have two.
Two, do they? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Another bowl from Wendy in the head. Yeah. Texas wants another bowl in there. Just one in the head when the opposition have shot and two others leaves your bowl pretty vulnerable.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Robbie. We've got another view of the head up there in the corner of the screen.
Okay, Pauline's coming in here with a nice draw bowl.
Yeah.
Yep, they won't have two anymore.
That got the hat.
As they said on Cracker Jack, the movie, that's the ultimate...
that is the ultimate accolade that a skip can give a player, is to raise their hat.
Absolutely. Good reply here.
From Emma. Mm-hmm. Lovely bowl. You can see on the top left screen that Pauline still has the shot. There's actually, what would you say, about 6 inches to M's bowls behind.
Yes.
Might be a bit on the thin side, that one.
Okay. Changes the head up slightly. Still there on the forehand draw. Both teams have handled this length of end very well.
They have, yes.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah. So Emma Guy says, good old Windy Hill. Yes, that's the name that Musgrave Hill is affectionately known by. It has a very prominent position. You look back over towards Southport and Surfers Paradise, and you can, being up on the hill, you can see the high rises down there. And Tam Gregg watching from Edinburgh, Scotland. That's fantastic.
Beautiful city.
Yes, my dad was born in Edinburgh.
Yeah, wow. I've been lucky enough to go to Scotland a number of occasions for golf, and
fantastic!
Just incredible place.
Yep.
Okay, Texas. She's a little tight. Wendy trying to snag shot from Pauline.
Yes. She's got wider drawing bowls than Texas, so she is able to get around that front one. Coming into the head nicely here.
Great effort.
Still Pauline holding shot.
Yeah.
You could throw a tea towel over these
Yes.
bowls. It's great bowling from these ladies.
Is she around the front?
No, not quite. No.
Okay, Wendy.
A little clearer run in there.
Yes, trying to play under Texas's bowl.
Yeah, a little more weight and coming into the head. Played it very, very well.
Oh, great bowl.
What a shot.
Great bowl. Perfect weight.
Yeah.
And just sheer number of bowls in the head
Yes.
wins the end.
Absolutely. Taken 2 out.
Measuring for 3. Yeah, a great end of bowls there.
Fantastic. Emma was just deciding then which of the 2 opposition bowls was closest before going round to their bowls. 4, 5.
Wow. What a bowl. What a
5
bowl
shots.
from Wendy Wilson. 5 shots from 1 down to 5 up.
Puts Wendy and Emma back into the lead, 14-10 over Texas and Pauline. It's those multiples and playing shots like that can make the difference in a game.
Well, Lorraine's nearest bowl was 18 inches away.
Yes.
And was the 6th shot.
Yep. Yes.
Immediately going back, looks like T to T for Emma and Wendy.
So Tim Smith having a little rub there at Brendan Wilson and others saying Wendy is clearly the best of the Wilson family. I'm sure Brendan would agree with you, Tim.
After that bowl from Wendy, it would be hard to argue.
Very much so.
Okay, the big multiple makes a big dent in the scoreboard from 9-10, now 14-10.
So they've gone back to a sort of a 3/4 length. It's and again bowling a little bit into that occasional headwind.
Chloe Stewart and Caitlin Inch just getting 1 back there against Marie Gibbs and Tracy Foster. Margin now 5. 9 ends to go. Lovely grass here. Just needs to come in on the breeze. Very good lead bowl.
That looks like 2 shots to Pauline. Though I don't think the shot has been played yet.
No. Are you playing singles tomorrow, Chrissy?
No. Part of when I agreed to accept the position of selection coordinator was to take a step back from playing bowls at this level and even club championship bowls, because I need to be there at the pointy end of Champion of Champions and events like this. Certainly committee members, if you're on the selection committee, we encourage them to play in these events. As you know, Wendy's been a member of the committee for the last couple of years, and as you can see is still playing bowls at a very high level, so we do encourage her to keep following her player pathway and retain her spot in the open team.
Okay, Wendy's thrown that out nicely, but just lacking some weight. That wind is
Yes,
gusting
it's
quite
pushing
strongly.
it over. You can't pick it at the point you let the bowl go. It's not doing that,
No.
and then as that bowl travels down,
Yeah.
that gust comes up and turns it away,
Yeah.
and that can lead to frustration in a game. It's important not to let it do that, and just to continue playing. You know, if it's
Yeah.
going to gust off and on like that, just play the average line you think it's going to take.
Yes, you
down
can
there.
sometimes get down on yourself.
Very much
but
so.
You can only point it in the direction you think it's going to.
And importantly, in a
Go.
team game, don't get down on yourself, because that can have an effect on your teammates. You know, stay as
very good
positive
point.
as you can, and encourage them to then play the bowl that needs to be played.
Yeah, I must say, when you see the teams at the pointy end of the competitions here, you don't see a lot of negativity from
No,
anyone.
no. Unfortunately, negativity, it feeds on itself and can have a big impact in a team or on a player.
Good looking bowl here.
Wherever that finishes.
Yes.
Yeah, there isn't a bowl past the head, is there?
No, we've all had difficulty in that as the wind has gusted.
Yep. So the over 60 semi-finals, all the scores on the screen, I won't read them all out, are up to date as per the scoreboard.
Pauline's got another lovely bowl
Yes. Yep,
Yep.
nudge that a little closer.
here. Definitely holding one.
Yeah, it looks like an easy draw down there, but the wind is mild at the moment, so every opportunity for him to get that shot down there, which she's done.
Great bowl,
Very good.
Emma.
She just managed to pick that little lull
Yeah.
in the wind there.
It's like Texas indicate they're still holding one, so
Oh,
it's very
really? Yeah.
difficult to
Look,
see on that.
I can't tell on this.
Yeah.
I know those squares on the green are 1 metre square, and
Yeah.
when you look at them going down, the lines going down the green, you
Yeah.
don't think they're the same length,
No.
or length as the width across of each square. So that's why it can be a little hard
Hard to
to
judge.
pick the shot at times. Wendy's having a good look.
Yep, still some options on for both players.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of the word for that to do with the square. Is it a parallax error that you get? Something like that.
Could well be, Chrissy. Mathematics, geometry, trigonometry, not my forte. I do know what a square, a circle, and a rectangle are.
And I think it's to do with the fact that you've got more pixels on the screen
Yes.
lengthways than you have height-wise.
Yeah.
So it can sort of squish
Yeah,
it
if
up
you go
a
to a
bit.
football ground and you see the advertising on the grass, it looks a very weird shape when you're there.
Yes.
But on the TV, it comes up perfectly. Okay. Texas, fairly aggressive line. Looking to rock that shot out. Oh, come on. She's bowled a marvellous bowl.
Made an even
Here's Pauline's bowl to rest on and kick in for shot.
sitting right behind the jack, made, what's the term, an even betterer bowl.
Yes.
Betterer shot.
Yeah.
And Tim Smith is saying it looks like Kane has his hands full with the two Sean's. Very close game. One shot in it.
Sean Ingham and Sean Baker played incredible bowls yesterday afternoon
Yes.
to beat Mark Armstrong and Nick Gosley. And
It was a great game. I was lucky enough to have a lovely seat ringside behind
Yes.
the rink and just enjoying. We have had a long couple of weeks of the selection process and assessments of particular players, and just to sit back and enjoy a game of bowls.
yes,
It was lovely.
It's nice. Okay, Texas going wide on the draw.
Safe.
Erring on the safe side, yes. Yep, got the job done with that first bowl there. Brilliant.
One shot to Texas and Lorraine. Texas and Pauline.
Yep, 14-11. Probably it was important for them to win that end after dropping the 5 at the previous.
Very much so. Yeah, if you win the next couple of ends, you can start to pick back at that score difference. And again, also, you know, if you do pick up a 5, you know, you're making every attempt to try and win the end yourself to back it up.
Absolutely. Okay, probably on the shorter side of 3/4 here from Pauline and Lorraine.
Tracking pretty nicely into the head, this bowl. That's quite a reasonable
Lovely
starter.
weight. So the wind is pushing these bowls down the green and from left to right as we look. And that's downwind. In a good catching position.
Absolutely.
Pauline just asking that to slow up a bit.
Still, it's not a bad bowl behind. Look on his face then as it goes across the head.
It is one of those shots, you know, it's missing tight just a few metres after you've let it go.
Yes, definitely. And how often are those bowls that are narrow or wide end up perfect weight?
Exactly. It's the same with putting in golf.
Yes.
Good line here from Texas.
Still got a bit of run on that bowl,
Yeah.
but coming in for... Well, it's interesting. It's possibly not second shot if you know that those squares are a metre square.
Yes.
I'd say Texas is a metre behind and M out there is just inside the metre. And here's Wendy coming in for shot.
Bowl.
Beautifully done.
Yeah, you're right, Chrissy. The jack-high bowl is often in the picture more than you think. Okay, Texas trying to sit Wendy's bowl out or grab jack.
Yep.
Fine effort and sitting in a great spot. Yeah, that wind
Wendy changed her hand to do that. You could actually see that gust move that bowl as it came in.
I was doing that yesterday too. It's sort of mainly out of the south-southeast, but it goes a bit square on them sometimes, more out of the east, and it just kicks them sideways.
Yes. That's lovely to see, that acknowledgement between the two skips there.
Absolutely. The camaraderie and the respect for one another amongst the players, this level is just fantastic.
It is.
It's on a good heading. Might be just running out of steam.
Yeah, another close bowl in the head.
This looks nicely down too.
Yes. I think Emma couldn't wait to get back and correct that last one she put down, and she's played it well, but unfortunately has given that shot away. However, it is exposed out there. And
Yes.
Texas looking to get Emma to get a second shot in there. Oh, not Emma, sorry, Pauline.
Pauline is going to finish in the head. Could rock in for
bit
two.
of help.
Yes. Well, 2 shots now. That's just an example of good weight. I mean, while there are other bowls around it, you may as well use them.
Absolutely.
Might be going a little more direct here. We're playing a medium weight.
Just whether that will hold up. That's an unfortunate result, particularly tucking that jack in behind those bowls.
It's finished in a very awkward position. So it's a great looking head now for Pauline and Lorraine, who are 3 behind. Wendy's got 1 bowl behind the jack, but the others are really out of play. Okay, this is going to be an interesting set of bowls from both ladies. So Lorraine doesn't want to fatten up this target any, but she's trying to get another one in the count. She's pulled up 3 feet short. I think Wendy's got to be aggressive here. They're 3 down, and they can't. If it goes back, they can't really be any worse than that.
You know, just went a bit wider, I think, than she would hope to be.
Yeah, she's trying to draw in there on the backhand, but
Might have been just a clearer shot at it on the forehand. But you've got to back yourself into where your strengths are.
That's right.
And what you see from the mat end too.
Here comes. Bowl. Just would love to tuck it round the corner, but she's fattened up that
She
target.
has fattened it, yep.
Wendy has got something to sit through now.
Yeah. Oh, Texas.
I hope she's here.
We can see it from the other angle.
She's knocked one of
she's
Emma's bowls up.
into the head. That certainly cut that count down.
Still 3 down, I believe. So all square once more. Well, we've certainly got the semi-final we thought we'd have.
Yeah, these ladies are certainly putting on a show out there.
Yeah. $14-10 on the adjacent rink. Tracy Foster over Caitlin Inch.
Caitlin's pulled back a couple of shots over the last couple of ends there. And the Shawns have 2 ahead in the other men's semi-final, and the other one sees Dean and Dale up 18-4 over Darren and Adam.
Adam Moody and Darren Clinkett have had a great run. We actually played them in our section, and they
did you? Yes.
knocked us out.
Yeah. They had a great quarterfinal yesterday against Ben Walsh and Barry Lester.
Yeah.
Very high standard game, that one. And I think they got up by 1 shot.
They did. They got a 4 on the last end to get up by a shot. So they've had a great event. Both up-and-coming bowlers from Burleigh.
I think Adam, originally from New South Wales, has gone deep in some of the state of events down there in the past.
He has. We started at the same club at Belrose.
Oh, you'd know a bit more about him then. I mean, when we see bowlers that perhaps we haven't seen a lot of before, we like to go and do our research on them. Yeah. So Robbie's just updated the over 60 semi-finals. So what you see on the screen is the latest scores from the board.
So Linda Brown and Gail Wattai all square with 7 to go. Serena Matthews has a comfortable lead over Cass O'Sullivan. Derek Bone has a comfortable lead over Bruce Hill. And Neville Jenkins 4 up over Greg Rolls. Robbie's indicating we're all up to date. All scoreboards are up to date.
So M holding shot there. Texas coming in, finishing behind. Wendy opting to play that same shot. As we've seen in this game, the skips are wanting to sort of try and play the shot first where possible. That's forced, dropping a bit short there has forced Texas onto the other hand. And she's looking to get one a bit closer than the bowls they've already got there, which she's managed to do.
For a second shot.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's not always about converting with your first couple of bowls that you have, but making sure you don't leave yourself vulnerable, exposed, get the second shot in the head if the opposition has a close one. Getting bowls into the right area. And then taking the opportunity to try and convert.
Yes. Yeah, the end is seldom won from the first few bowls, although
Correct.
It's so important to have a good lead to get you that start.
Mm-hmm. Pauline's playing that little weighted shot. Might be able to use the edge of Texas. Coming in fortuitously for a second shot behind.
Finished in a lovely position. She doesn't like this.
No, a little thinner line.
Ran into Wendy's bowl, but didn't really...
Didn't change the
Change
situation there. Emma trying to give her bowl a friend.
Yes. Good effort there. Discussions going on between both pairs.
Mm-hmm. Wayne Netta's saying, how often do you see the scores match the ends in finals? Really tight scoring game. 14 all here after 14 ends. Texas feels that's gone a bit wider than she had hoped.
Yeah, just as that wind is picking up, it's not coming back as far as it was on that hand.
Yeah, I think she was hoping to get another second in the head there and then perhaps try and do something with the last bowl, but she's now changed over. Give herself the opportunity to convert here. But no damage
Wow.
done there.
She's holding her breath for a minute.
I held my breath too. Wendy looking to draw another one. She had options there. You know, she'd to play the other hand to sit Pauline for a couple.
Okay. Did you get the number of shots there, Robbie?
Two. Was it one or two? Sorry, Robbie, we weren't doing our job properly. They're putting it up on the board now. So Wendy, two, is it?
Three shots.
3 shots.
So Emma and Wendy shot back in front. 3 shots. 6 to go.
So quite a shortish end, but Texas seems satisfied with that. So they've gone back to plan A.
Good morning to Millsy up in Airlie Beach and Phil down here on the Gold Coast. Hope you're both well. I'm not quite Rex Mossop yet, Phil, but that's quite an accolade. Thank you.
You're getting accolades from David Bowles as well. Golf caddy, good lawn bowler, top bloke, and now commentator to your resume.
You're too kind, David.
Nice start from Emma there. Good track for Pauline, just behind.
Looking forward to seeing Millsy coming down from Airlie Beach for the Australian Open in a few weeks.
Yeah.
And as well as a great bowling festival, it's just a great social couple of weeks.
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, they've got over 3,600 entries.
Amazing.
Across all disciplines for the Australian Opening, so it is going to be huge.
Yes. Just gets bigger and bigger each year.
Yes. Yeah. Just dropping a bit short there.
Sean Baker and Sean Ingham have now 5 in front over the Nelson boys. So Kane and Jacob need to put some hard work in there with only 5 ends to go, or Kane's run will come to an end. He's been on the green for every session of these championships. Of every day.
And the district sides.
Yes, and it's 4 days of district sides, so he's going to need new shoes by the end of it.
He's a fit young man.
Okay, important bowl here for Texas. Coming in on a nice line. Weight looks to be pretty good.
Yeah, she likes it. Just a good second shot there.
Yes.
And you might look to go a bit behind here. Match Pauline's behind.
Another good-looking bowl here from Texas, trying to bump her own up. Just lacking a touch of weight. So they've made good progress. They're 2 hours and a quarter in, and they've already played 15 ends.
Yeah, Carol McDonald said she can't stop watching and she can't predict any winners. So how are you today, Carol? Carol was a very good mentor to me when I first started bowling here on the Gold Coast, taking me down to events such as the Australian Open when it was being played down in Victoria. She certainly helped me along with my bowls, had a lot of time for a newer bowler and taking them out and about to get the experience they needed.
That's fantastic. I mean, as you do just come into the sport for the first time, it's so important to have some mates or a good mentor to help steer you in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Steve Pearson from Julia Creek. Yes, I can confirm the men's final of the men's pairs final will be live streamed this afternoon. Okay. Emma coming round the back. It's the only place that Jack's going to go, and it's finished in a really good spot.
Yes.
Texas just trying to get Pauline to land on her bowl and rock it in for shot. Just a tad wide, and it's
a little unfortunate.
Yeah. Finished in an awkward position for Pauline and Lorraine now. Yes, Kobe, correct.
So Robert Norquay from the Northern Phoenix has predicted the Phoenix girls will win after he consulted his crystal ball.
Kobe Barton, certainly not professional. Kobe's had a good run with Luke Turner in the pairs and got beaten.
Oh, again, that was another high quality game.
Yes.
Yesterday, fascinating watching them play.
Yeah, played the Nelson boys and gave them a real good shake.
Luke Turner's a young player who's come up from Tasmania, and certainly showing that he's got the ability, as does Kobe.
Yes, both really good blokes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Wendy's put in some really good positional bowl there. Important bowl here for Lorraine to try and get onto her own. And
yeah, will she hold up? Has she got the weight?
It's looking pretty good.
That is looking pretty good.
She's caught a bit of it, but not quite enough. Probably 2 shots away.
Yeah. 2 shots to Wendy?
2 shots to Wendy. 19-14. 5 to go. Okay, they held a 4-shot lead about 45 minutes ago, and Pauline and Lorraine came straight back and levelled. It's going to be important for them to win the next end or 2 ends and put some pressure back on Emma and Wendy. And we'll just be updating those over 60 scores shortly. Getting to the pointy end there of a couple of matches.
Yeah. Caitlin's pulled back another shot on Tracy, so 3 shots the difference there.
Yeah. It's going to be an amazing finish.
It's going to go down to the wire too.
Chloe and Caitlin both been in great form. Would Tracy have played Caitlin before?
I don't know, quite possibly.
Yeah.
Certainly played Chloe before. And Chloe, of course, was in the ladies' team that won the gold medal in the fours.
Yes.
With Kelsey, Lindsay and young Kira Burke from Tweed Heads.
Yes. You've got some great young women coming through the game too that are going to be great players.
We have. Actually, men and ladies.
Yeah, it's good to see both genders getting involved at an early level. And like Dean and Dale, they were juniors,
yes,
just 10 years ago and 15 years ago.
Came through the junior program and through the under 25s. And
the Nelson brothers too.
Absolutely. And of course now we have the Queensland High Performance Academy, which is run by Lindsay Clark, the Bowls Australia Pathway coach for Queensland, in conjunction with the Bowls Queensland Coaching Committee, particularly Alan Thorpe.
Great initiative.
Fantastic initiative. There was a little bit of I call it limbo land, players who'd come through juniors and under 25s, and if they're knocking at the door of the open team, but if they're not selected in that year, we don't want them to lose heart. They're so close to coming in. We have some players in the men's open team who, I won't name them, but they're possibly looking at retiring over the next few years, and there certainly will be openings there for players to come in.
Yes, at that age, a lot going on with work-wise or university-wise.
It's work,
and
families. Yeah, and particularly for the ladies coming through, we find there's a bigger drop-off in the ladies than the men.
Yep.
University studies, families, they, having babies, and that takes them out of the game for a short while.
It's great to see Cassandra and Bolivia Milrick still very involved.
Very much so, And
Kelsey Cottrell come back
Kelsey
after having children.
And Lindsay,
Yep.
juggling families and playing bowls at a high level.
Yeah, it's coming back at as well as they've ever played.
Yep, and the good thing about the High Performance Academy and is the support that it gives players through this sort of part of their journey. Always encouraging them to be not just better players, but better people. That's so important.
Yes, you can certainly learn social skills being on the sports field with people of all ages.
Definitely.
And having a lot of experiences with different people.
Yeah.
And that's why I think there is a lot of respect across all the rinks in bowls, throughout the state and throughout the country.
Absolutely. I mean, from a selection point of view, sure, it's important to get the achievements and to, win events at a high level. But there's many other characteristics that we're looking for in players before selecting them into a state team.
Yeah, that's terrific.
And we have got a document up on the Bowls Queensland website. If people want to have a look for it under forms, and it sets out what the requirements are to be considered for state selection. So we've got that up there now if anyone's interested.
Such a great idea to have that documented.
Yeah. We're trying to get more information out there to players. What we often get asked, what do I need to do? We have expression of interest forms for anyone that feels we may have overlooked them, because we don't pretend to know everyone out there playing good bowls. And there are expression of interest forms there for people to fill in and send to us. By doing that, it triggers a process with the state selectors.
Yes.
And providing you're playing in major state events like this and others through the year, maybe state pennant finals, more than one selector will assess you through that year. So it does trigger that process with us, and we'll go out and have a look at you.
That's good. It's fair and open for everyone.
Absolutely.
Everyone has their opportunity.
Yes. And I do encourage people, if it's been, you may have put in an expression of interest a couple of years ago, it doesn't hurt to refresh that and send another one in. It keeps us busy.
Yeah, I bet. Okay, Texas coming in here trying to grab the shot off Wendy. She's onto her own and may promote it for shot yet. Maybe just out.
Should certainly cut it down. Must be close. Going for the finger measure here. Yeah.
Yeah, one more to Emma and Wendy. Alan Vidler's wondering what's happening with the old Ospreys. Well, the old Ospreys are leading the team led by Greg Rolls, 18-14 after 21 ends.
I don't know if we've got a further update over there. Okay, Robbie says the update's only a couple of minutes old there. So that's the latest that we've got. And just remember, they are over 60. They do take a little bit longer to walk up and down the green. So we'll put the updates on there once they come through and once they put them on the board.
We can confirm that the team led by Derek Bone is through to the final at 23-18.
After
Bruce
24.
Hill cannot. Oh, he can get a 6. He can get a 6. My maths isn't the greatest, as I said.
They're off the green now.
So Derek Bone and his partner, the first team through to the finals, men's over 60s.
And congratulations to them. It's such a hard competition to get through, and anyone even reaching finals day today has done a great job. Well, good bowl
it's just a
from
feat
Pauline.
to get through your section and in any of these state championships, and to go to win a few of the post-sectionals and get to a final. Wow.
Definitely.
Okay. Pauline's put a good bowl in there to put some pressure back on Emma, who looks like she's responded very well. Great bowl. Very important for Pauline and Lorraine to win this end. 6 the difference with 4 to go.
Wendy having a close look here. Tracy Foster has picked up one shot just to maintain that 4-shot lead after 15 ends over Caitlin and Chloe. The Sean have jumped out to a rather large lead after 17 ends. They're 17-9 up on Kane and Jacob. And Dean and Dale have a good lead over Darren Clinkett and Adam Good.
Looks like, Sean and Sean have continued the form of yesterday afternoon, where they just played exquisite bowls against Mark Armstrong and Nick Gosley, looking very much like a Ingham Baker versus McWhinney final.
Wendy's just put a lovely bowl in there for shot.
Emma and Wendy have played really good bowls the last 2 or 3 ends. You can see the pressure showing on Pauline and Lorraine now. They really need to get a couple of good bowls in here. They cannot afford to lose this end.
I think were Wendy and Emma the silver medalists last year in the pairs. They played the final. Oh, Robbie's got the book of all things here. They were beaten by Claire Turley and Lindsay Clark in that final, 21-16. I think last year, Wendy, Emma and Lauren Schultz won the gold medal in the triples and went on to get the bronze medal at the Nationals over in Perth. Good bowl from Emma there. Just sprung the jack out a little bit though, but still holding 2 shots, Wendy.
And just an indication of how tough it is to get out of your section, both the team of Claire Turley and Lindsay Clark did not get out of their section on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Bowl from Pauline there. Lovely bowl. Yeah, last year, Gail White and Ruth Smith got to the semi-finals and then ended up in 4th spot with
Okay, well, Emma Spicer just coming in a little tight here. Cutting under the head.
Yeah.
Opportunity again here for Pauline. She'd love to grab the jack and trail it back to her other bowl.
Yeah. Then the skip that Gail White is playing against, won the gold medal in the over 60 ladies pairs last year and has backed up this year to reach the semi-final at this stage.
That's another great effort from Pauline. She looks to be holding one shot with that one at jack high.
I would agree with that.
So some options here. Wendy could go big and try and bury the kitty in the ditch, or try and draw and rest on the 2 whites there of Pauline's.
Emma. She's Wendy's been playing that wide hand well. Coming backhand. Maybe looking for that jack or...
Yes, she is. Got a pretty good heading. It has fallen into the ditch and it's very close to the out of bounds post, but it is in. It is inbounds by about
Robbie will try
2 inches.
Give us...
Still very open to see you can get the shot here. And
there we are. That's brilliant, Robbie. So you can just see
Texas is just trying to sit on the edge of the green, and she's
what a fantastic bowl.
done a fantastic bowl under extreme pressure.
Yeah.
Now, Wendy will be trying to get a second shot.
And that is a shot. You should be going out and practicing. It should be part of your routine, your training drills routine. Wendy looking to...
Wendy
just
had a
missed it.
Shot at the shot goal and just missed.
She did.
So Texas has an opportunity here to draw a second to get the difference back to 4 shots.
Yeah. Yeah, Texas only has to beat the bowl in the ditch.
He looks pretty good. It's just
might be a little shy. A bit hard to tell from this angle. Oh, they're having a good look at it.
Pretty close.
Mm.
Too long for the fingers, so we're going the arms and the fingers.
Yeah, there's a very good training drill you can do, practicing drawing to the ditch, but with the jack at least a metre off the centre line, because it is rarely that jack goes straight back.
Good point,
It normally
Chrissy.
goes to one side or the other.
Yes, good point. Yeah, important to practice to all areas of the rink. and not just repetitively draw. Looks to be just one shot. So one shot to Pauline and Lorraine brings it back to 20 to 15. 3 ends to go. They're still hanging on.
Tracy Foster's increased her lead by 1 shot, so she's 16-11 up on Caitlin and Chloe after 16 ends.
The last hour of that match has been a lot of ones.
It's a lot of ones, yeah.
Okay, Pauline and Lorraine going short again, which is where they've...
that's been their go-to.
Yep.
Actually, they both have. They're both had a go at the short ends. That's a good start from Pauline.
Emma coming on the other hand a little shy. Pauline's turned that bowl over, and 2 good bowls, 1 on each hand.
That's absolutely right, Wayne. Wayne's saying that doing that drill teaches you to add that little bit of weight, as the grass line hasn't been used as much as when the jack is on the line. I mean, the adage is if it's out towards that line, you add a metre of weight to start with. And
the great Robbie Dobbins taught me that when I first got to Paradise Point.
Absolutely.
Best wishes, Robbie. Okay, we're up to date in the over 60 semi-finals. Gail, 22-14 up after 22. Serena Matthews looks to be home against Chaos O'Sullivan, 31-14. Derek Bone has defeated Bruce Hill. And Neville Jenkins versus Greg Rolls. They're on to the last 10.
It's closed up a bit there. 2 shots in it.
What a match. Max and Neville, I believe, have won this
They
number of
have.
occasions.
And they've won the over 60s in the Australian Open pairs.
And young Greg Rolls, I think, a fairly newcomer to the over 60s age group. Is going to be a very strong player in that division for years to come.
Very much so.
Okay, Texas. I hope she's here. She's not here.
Sliding under there, just a bit of more weight required.
Very good ball from Wendy. That will be shot. Okay. Goes Pauline on her forehand. Should come in on the breeze.
Yep. Came in for shot.
Excellent bowl. Emma just a little tight for that line. Okay. Another good bowl in here will put some pressure on Emma and Wendy.
Slightly tighter line than the first one.
Mate's
Maybe
very good.
looking to change that up, bring that bowl back. Still holding shot.
Still holding shot, I think, but probably came in a little hotter than she would have wished.
Wendy having a good look at this.
Yeah. It's going to be a draw-a-thon for the two skippers.
Yeah, Emma's bowl there seems to be jack high with Pauline's about a bowl in front. Tracy's picked up another couple there to go to a 6-shot lead after 17 ends. 17-11 up on Caitlin and Chloe.
Okay. Texas is just a little wide, I think. Going to
Yep.
knock.
That's unfortunate for Texas.
Yeah, knocked Emma's in for shot. May well have been
It
shot.
might have been shot. She gave it a chance there. I think she was looking just to sit on that bowl.
Yep. Ooh. Wendy looking maybe to stay away from that, leaving the gap there. Okay, important bowl here. Needs to draw in.
Still staying out wide there. She had good weight on
Did
that
have
one.
good weight, just a little wide. So an opportunity here for Wendy to really hammer home.
Just showing how difficult that side of the rink is playing this direction.
The wind is gusting. Okay. One more to Emma and Wendy. 21:15, 2 to go.
Someone switch the lights on. See that top switch? Yeah, switch them on. It's right in their eyes. Thanks.
Put it back on. Yeah, I've put them on.
I know they're back on. The guy's working on the lights. He needs them on to check it.
Okay. 21:15, 2 to go. Wendy and Emma just have to play bowls in the head and then a little defensive of where the jack could go. As Pauline and Lorraine have to play some aggressive shots.
Yes, Texas and Pauline are looking for some numbers here.
Warren Fairjones says he does a drill where he has a drive with a bowl, then drives at the jack with a jack. And that's improved his driving. I haven't heard of that one before, but if it works for you, Warren.
Drive at a jack with a jack. Okay.
Probably would help your technique and your arm swing.
It would help you keep it online. There's very little room for error.
Yep.
If you're using the jack to drive at a jack, much smaller. Surface area.
Like Don Bradman off the
Yes.
tin water tank with the golf stump and the cricket stump and the golf ball.
Yeah.
Two great bowls from Emma there, putting some pressure on Pauline and Lorraine straight away, who need numbers now. Looking to get at least a 3 here.
Won't be wasted there.
No. Texas here looking to move that shot bowl. Good effort, just a little tight on that line.
And played with good weight. You don't want to lose your bowl. In the case where you're looking for numbers, you need the bowl to stay on the green, hoping to trail the jack back to it.
Good point, Chrissy. A lot of players will just too much weight and lose the bowl altogether.
Correct.
Another great bowl from Wendy.
It does give another option for Texas there. She's got a bowl to sit on. I think she would prefer to get that jack back. Yep, there's been an update on the scores in the over 60 semi-finals.
Yes, and
they've all finished now. They've all come off the green. So
the men's over 60s final will be between Derek Bone and Neville Jenkins. So Max and Neville defending their title. And the women's...
No, they didn't win it last year. No.
They got done.
It was Graham Hooper and Alan Pritchard.
Of course. Well, Max and Neville will be able to add another one if they're successful.
Yes, they won it at Broadbeach the year before.
And the women's over 60 semi-final will be between Heather Hodgson and Serena Matthews playing...
Gail Whiteye and Ruth Smith. 3 girls from Broadbeach and Ruth Smith from Beenleigh. Ruth Smith and Gail have actually won the state pairs open title previously, and Gail has previously been a state singles winner too.
And Heather...
great bowl from Pauline, taking that jack back to hold a couple there.
And Heather, one of the arm bowlers that's really progressed through the grades. She started at Paradise Point many years ago, and
she did.
She's really improved. And
Heather won the state fours some years back.
Yes.
Was in the team that won that. She was runner-up in the state singles last year. She was runner-up in a state pairs, I think, the year that Julie Keegan and Caitlin Inch won it. Plus many semi-final appearances.
Yeah. And another, great example of, an injury not keeping you out of the game by able to use the
bowling arm.
Bowling arm.
Yep.
And yes, great lady, Heather Hodgson.
She is. So Pauline's done just enough there to ensure shot after a good bowl there from M.
So Texas does have a chance here to get a multiple, which they desperately need. Wendy will be trying to defend.
Yeah, a couple of options here for... we'll see what Wendy does. You played that one with great intent.
It's finished in a great spot.
Yeah. There's that option there on the backhand for Texas, if she's brave enough to play it, to take that jack back towards Pauline's bowl, which is up near the ditch on the left-hand side of the screen. She's looking at that. It's probably not looking so great the further she gets away from it. And the other option is to come on to her bowl on the forehand, to roll it twice for at least two shots and perhaps stay with the bowl for a third. So a couple of options there.
Chosen the backhand. Fairly straight at it. She's come off that a bit.
Yeah. Tried to steer that bowl actually. Yeah. Knowing she had to come in tight under Wendy's bowl there. Yeah, Em's pointing out to Wendy a very good place for her to finish.
Wendy coming round on the forehand.
Yeah.
Nice weight. Looks to be swinging in nicely to the
Should
head.
come under that, just her weight. Again, taking that green out there once you're trying to get off the centre line. What were we just talking about? You
Yeah.
need to add that metre of weight in most cases.
Yes. Yep, fresher grass.
Helen Wood-Bradley, what's the thinking behind the over 60s playing 25 ends, the Open only 21? Well, the over 60s are playing 3-bowl pairs, and the Open are playing 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. You're welcome, Helen.
Okay, trying to play that a little wide
Yeah.
this time. And that will be one shot to Pauline and Lorraine by the looks of that.
Making 21-16 after
20 ends.
20 ends.
So a 5 required for a tie. Yeah.
Yep, Robbie's right. He's telling us it's that 5 that was scored earlier by Wendy's team that has proved the difference going into the last end. Yeah. And when she made the 5, she was 1 down, so it was a 6-shot turnaround to get that.
Okay. No short bowls now from Pauline Lorraine. Everything must be up.
Yes, the trick to getting a multiple, what you're trying to do is get a group of bowls together in an area behind the jack. It's to enable either yourself or your skip coming down later to be able to trail to it. They don't have to be crazy behind the jack, just
Right.
grouping your bowls but making sure you're not short.
So that's a great bowl from Emma there, putting just grabbing the shot straight away, putting pressure straight back on Pauline. Not a bad bowl there from Pauline. Pretty good weight. But considering they need 5, they probably would have preferred to be behind Jack.
Yeah. I mean, those 2 bowls are Pauline. If they'd been the same distance behind, it starts to give that team some options. Emma's doing the deed there. Lovely toucher.
Yeah, marvellous bowl. Now that could kill if Texas is that way inclined.
I mean, up to the skip, if Texas feels they've got a very slim chance of getting the numbers, she should be looking to kill the end from now on, getting herself and Pauline to, I think on the forehand, if you hit that shot, you can certainly get that jack out of bounds. The other option is to try and draw it off. That's starting to make it harder to either affect the kill or to get the numbers that you require.
Yeah, Wendy just trying to draw another one in the head and just clog it up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which she's done.
I think they've got to look at clearing something out now. Played that pretty well. Just I haven't really seen Texas affect any really big drives in this game, but
No, not
the
at all.
situation in this head at the moment, I just believe that's what's required. Or Pauline. I mean, you really need to open that head up.
And they cannot bring Ryan Bester in for a one-shot
No,
specialty.
no. I've seen that happen in, what was it, the BPL? I think they brought someone in to play the shot
bring
like
the specialist
that.
in, the BPL,
Doesn't say what order they've got to play.
No.
They've just got to play a certain number of shots.
Okay, Pauline playing a little more weight here, but it's going to go under the head.
Yeah. Can be a hard shot to play when you've just been playing a draw game all game, to look at what your bowls are doing underweight.
Wendy and Emma just looking to cover behind now. Okay, this does require some weight now. And there will be playoffs for the bronze medal as well.
There will, yes. So the loser of each of the semi-finals will be playing off for the bronze medal.
Yeah, so so everyone that's playing today plays 2 games.
Em's just going for a bit of cover behind. Not too keen to give any angles into that head.
We can confirm that the Dale McWhinney-Sillington and Dean McWhinney have defeated Adam Moody and Darren Clinkett and will play in the final of the men's open pairs. Jacob Nelson and Kane Nelson, 6 behind, playing the last. So needs something very special to happen. Okay. Wendy just being able to play defensive bowls.
Yeah. Doesn't really have to do too much at this stage.
So Lorraine's last bowl. And she's under. So Emma Spicer and Wendy Wilson through to the final. Chrissy.
Absolutely. This should prove it was 2 at 2, I think.
2 shots.
Yeah. 2 to Wendy and Emma, making 23-16. Great game, ladies. Very entertaining. Other games still in progress, so they don't know who they'll be playing yet in the final. Tracy Foster's up 17-12 on Caitlin after 18 ends, so 5 shots the difference there.
Yeah, I think Emma and Wendy just a little too consistent there for Pauline and Lorraine. Thoroughly deserved their win.
Very much so. And when they changed the length up, Emma and Wendy tended to get on it a little bit quicker than Lorraine and Lorraine and Pauline.
Yes.
But having said that, very good game from all players. And we're just looking over there at the Tracy Foster-Caitlin Inch game with Chloe holding shot and Marie Gibbs coming into the head here. Looks like she may have got shot there.
Shot behind the jack.
Yeah, it's about half a metre behind with Chloe about a metre in front.
So Chloe and Caitlin needing 6 in 2 ends. You can never count them out, but
Absolutely
it's going to be a
not.
tall order. Great camera work there, Robbie.
Yes. You can actually sort of see what's happening on the Shawns versus the Nelsons
Yes.
rink over there.
The Nelson boys need a 6.
Yep. They look like Sean Ingham
They do look like
holding shot with an almost jack-eye bowl. Tracy coming down. Both Tracy and Marie Gibbs bowl with edge factor bowls, and Chloe with the Dreamline XGs. Caitlin Taylor, not sure if they're SRs or GTRs.
Caitlin's looking to reach this jack.
Yes, played it very, very well. Shot to Caitlin.
Yep.
Well, it looks as though the Shawns Nelson game, they've cleared the head out again.
There's no lack of driving on that.
There
rink.
isn't, yes.
Tracy's put a great
Great
reply in
bowl
here.
in. Yeah. Just got tangled up with Chloe's bowl there.
May have knocked a second shot in there for Chloe and Caitlin.
Yeah, definitely very close for second. Caitlin looking for a bit of cover there. Probably hoping to come under that front one of Chloe's and beat the back one of Marie's.
So just confirming that end was killed by the Nelsons, and coming back still looking for that 6 for a tie.
And having won the end previously, it gives the Shawns the last bowl on that rink.
Okay, Marie coming in here with looks like good, just over draw weight.
Yeah,
Nudged her own bowl over.
it's probably nudged it in for another second shot there, or second shot.
Chloe trying to probably draw one, really get a toucher here and just tuck it under.
Yeah, a little touch, move it over to Caitlin a bit.
Line looks to be pretty good. It's a little help off her own. She was a little
Yep.
heavy.
Might be out a little wide, that one, but yeah.
Yeah, just ran into Chloe's
Mhm.
bowl.
And moved it into the jack high position, which makes it a perfect sighter, a perfect bowl to try and beat for either another shot or for the opposition for shot.
Hanging out a little wide,
Yes.
trying to swing back, but
Yeah,
gets a nudge off
Oh,
the
she
wide
did.
bowl and
yeah,
could well be another counter.
looks like it.
Some pressure on Tracy
Mm.
here.
Yes, they are jack high bowls. So it gives Tracy the opportunity to sit for shot or to beat the bowl.
Got a few left-handers on the green today.
We have. was a good line, but just missing a bit of weight there.
Yes. Opportunity here for Caitlin.
Over on the Sean's playing the Nelsons, it looks like Sean Ingham is holding 2 shots there.
Okay, Caitlin drawing on the forehand.
Yeah.
Sorry, on the backhand.
Yeah, she probably doesn't want to leave that open as it is.
No.
Yeah. I think with that weight, she was hoping sort of to turn it and stay.
Okay, Tracy's last bowl. Must try and get one in the head here.
Yeah.
Does this look better weight?
She likes it.
Just
No,
not
just
getting
shy.
there. So, still could be 3 shots here to Caitlin and Chloe. So, a big opportunity for Caitlin to draw another. Chloe calling it to turn.
Yes. Very good bowl.
Weight was great, just a little wide. There's 1 out, 2 out, 3 out. I think that yellow of Chloe's could nearly be in.
Oh, it is.
4 out, 4 shots.
4 shots.
18-16, last end. That's
Wow,
exactly
what a thrilling finish to this ladies' semi-final.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's an amazing game with 8 bowls on the green for each side. It's still anyone's game now.
So the girls are just having a little talk about tactics, what length to play.
So Marie and Tracy have been in this sort of position many times before.
I'm sure we all have at some point. It's a matter of just putting that last end behind you. Whenever you drop a multiple, never hang on to it. You just think about what you've got to do with your next bowl. You know, that's been and gone. You can't change it.
That's right.
Yep. You just get on the mat, go through your process and play the bowls you need to play.
So Chloe's put the mat back on the tee, or towards the tee, and they're playing like a just shy of 3/4 length.
Over on the Sean's playing Nelsons, it looks like the Nelsons have converted to be holding 1 or 2 shots, but they're looking for a few more than that.
Okay, Chloe's got a good jack high bowl to start. And Marie's coming in here just around her.
This is a good view from Robbie, which we can see both heads.
He's a magician. It's amazing.
Yes.
Chloe a little wide, but
but managed to roll that ball back. Marie looking to come inside that shot bowl,
Great bowl
which
from
she's
Marie.
done with a front toucher.
Front toucher, brilliant.
Front toucher and the backers bowl at this stage.
So advantage Team Foster.
So Caitlin has some choices here. She can either just play to arrive on that bowl, to move it a little bit, expose the jack, or play a back bowl first. Yeah. Looking to arrive on the shot bowl. Moved Chloe's bowl back into a good position. Yeah, I'm sure Tracy and Marie don't really want to get too close to their shot bowl at this stage. You don't want to give the opposition anything to work off. Tracy has put that bowl in a very good position.
Yeah, that's a good point, Chrissy. They're just leaving that one single bowl there as a target. For
one bowl target.
Makes it tough. Okay, heading in a... It just needs to come in a little bit more. Great effort. She's knocked the jack out.
That's fantastic. Expose the jack.
Brilliant bowl, Caitlin Edge.
Nuggets holding shot over on the other rink. So the Nelsons are just working out how they might change that up. Nugget shot with don't quite know how they'd manufacture 6 shots out of that, but
Okay, Chloe Stewart now trying to get to this jack. They need 2 for a tie to go to an extra end. On the forehand and looking pretty close. Just sliding by.
yeah.
Good positive weight.
Yeah, I think Tracy, they need to be looking to change it up a bit. It's quite exposed there, that jack.
Murray coming down on the backhand. Again, heading straight to the jack. Yep.
Yeah. Looks as though it's... Has it gone back to Caitlin's bowl? Or?
Tracy didn't appear to be overly happy about where it finished.
Yeah, Caitlin's having a good look there. Important thing is to draw another shot in there. Try and draw the shot if you're unsure of whether you got the shot or not. Having another look. Oh, yeah. So Bakes has just drew a shot which got taken out by Kane, but I think
They're
Nugget
just
might
shaking hands.
still be holding.
Yeah, it's all over. So the final will be between Dale McWhinney Shillington and Dean McWhinney will play Sean Ingham and Sean Baker in the men's pairs final. Still waiting to see who will play Wendy Wilson's team in the women's gold medal match.
Absolutely. Just finishing shy there, Marie.
I see Emma and Wendy watching out here to see
who their opposition is going to be.
Yeah. quite
Yeah.
obvious that no one knows who's got what shot yet.
Well, they don't know who's got shot.
Yeah.
But I think it's important for Caitlin and Chloe to be putting that second shot in there. I think, as we were saying before, is just having a single bowl in the head is a little bit vulnerable.
Okay, after much discussion,
Mm-hmm.
Caitlin's chosen a shot and heads to the mat. Okay, Chloe calling it to come in.
Does she like it? Just got tangled up in a short bowl there. It's a good weighted bowl.
Yes. No points for being short on that occasion.
No.
Oh, Tracy just trying to get another one in the head, preferably past Jack.
Past
Trying to
Jack,
match that.
she needs to beat Caitlin's bowl.
Yes, that back blue. She's just gone through a little. Just remembering Caitlin needs 2 shots here. She may have one here or maybe one down.
Yes.
So she's trying to determine, am I drawing for a second or do I need to move the jack?
Yes.
Also looking at that split through the front
Yeah.
ones.
Chloe's saying you can move your front bowl through, maybe onto the jack, or even come in onto the possible shot bowl to sit and stay. A couple of options there for Caitlin.
So nerves are plenty here.
Absolutely. Caitlin's more than capable of playing this bowl.
So they've played for 3 hours and 17 minutes and it comes down to one
Mhm.
bowl. Playing strong weight. She's hit, shot the front one and may have sat for 2.
Well, we'll see whether Tracy playing the bowl.
Appears to be. Got the fingers out again.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than choosing not to play it and losing it on a measure.
You'd have to be pretty confident. You have to have very well calibrated fingers, I think.
Exactly.
She trying to pick up in the body language whether she favours her one or not.
Well, Pierce
Or
is going
with a
to
shot or
play the
second.
shots, so
Yeah.
Chloe and Caitlin may well have 2. So Tracy trying to move one of
Mm-hmm.
Caitlin's bowls out of the head to limit the damage to just 1 and win the match.
Yeah, she's already played down on this hand, so she's choosing that again. She sent it.
Does appear to be short, and she is short, so
Oh, what's
it's going to
happening?
go to the measure.
Ah.
Caitlin believes they've only got one. One's been taken out.
Yep.
And only one. So Tracy Foster wins 18-17. Wow.
What a close game. Fantastic game, as we had in both semi-finals here for the ladies. So what an afternoon of bowls we're going to have for you.
So the women's gold medal match, Emma Spicer and Wendy Wilson versus Marie Gibbs and Tracy Foster. So we're going to have two classic finals. And
Absolutely.
as we said earlier, if you want to see all the matches, Musgrave Hill's the only place to be. We've got 4 gold medal matches, men's and women's open pairs and men's and women's over 60s pairs, and the same disciplines playing off for the bronze medal as well.
Be a fantastic afternoon of bowls. We can... So, just going through, we've just said who'll be playing in the ladies' gold medal match. In the men's gold medal match, it'll be Sean Ingham and Sean Baker against Dale McWhinney Shillington and Dean McWhinney. Men's bronze medal, Jacob and Kane Nelson against Adam Moody and Darren Clinkett. Ladies' bronze, Chloe Stewart and Caitlin Inch, playing Pauline Laverty and Lorraine Callaghan, also known as Texas. Over 60 men's gold, Ian Apps and Derek Bone playing Max Jaffray and Nev Jenkins. Over 60s men's bronze, Chris Tracy and Bruce Hill playing Kevin Bell and Greg Rolls. Over 60 women's gold, Heather Hodgson and Serena Matthews playing Ruth Smith and Gail Whiteye. Over 60 women's bronze, Meryl Kurz and Linda Brownan playing Sue Jardine and Chaos O'Sullivan. Thank you.
Thanks, Chrissy. Wonderful sharing the microphone with you.
Oh,
Your
Adam,
expert.
it's been absolute pleasure. I don't mind sitting in the co-pilot seat with you.
Good on you, Chrissy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So this live streaming was by the Bowls Gold Coast Tweed media teams, brought to you by Bowls Queensland, Experience Gold Coast and the Queensland Government. A sponsor of the men's, women's and over 60s men's and women's pairs is by Identified Services Cleaning Maintenance Management. Identified Services Cleaning Maintenance Management perform commercial cleaning, waterproofing and protective coating, and labour hire and recruitment, and we thank them very much for their sponsorship of this event. We'd like to thank the host club, Musgrave Hills Bowls Club, for making their facilities available for these 2024 state championships. And thank you also to the many other venues that are being used. We would also like to thank the umpires, greenkeepers, bar staff, bistro staff and all the volunteers for their support of this event. Bowls Queensland is proudly sponsored and supported by Mullins More Than Law, Queensland State Government, BCIB Insurance Brokers, ACET Sport, J. Carroll Club Promotions and Bioscapes Group. We'll be back, I think at 12 o'clock is the intended start for the finals, and our live stream match will be a terrific gold medal match. The men's pairs, Dale McWhinney Shillington and Dean McWhinney playing Sean Ingham and Sean Baker. See you shortly.